If you've ever searched for PC builds online, there's a good chance you've seen people fighting over one thing: Intel versus AMD. And honestly, the debate gets weirdly intense. Some people act like Intel is the only option if you care about gaming. Others treat AMD as the ultimate value king that destroys everything Intel makes. But the reality is a lot more complicated than that. Let's talk about it right here on History of Simple Things. Modern CPUs have become ridiculously powerful. Even mid-range processors today can handle gaming, multitasking, streaming, editing, and everyday use better than high-end systems from years ago. So if both companies make powerful processors, why does this debate still exist? Well, it mostly comes down to one thing: AMD and Intel focus on different strengths. To understand this rivalry properly, we need to go back a little. For years, Intel completely dominated the CPU market. If you bought a desktop or laptop during 2000s or the early 2010s, chances are it had an Intel processor inside. Intel became the standard for gaming PCs, office computers, schools, and even professional workstations. People trusted Intel because it had a reputation for stability and strong performance. AMD, on the other hand, was usually seen as the cheaper alternative. Back then, AMD processors weren't necessarily terrible, but they often struggled to compete with Intel's top-end gaming performance. A lot of people only bought AMD because it was more affordable. Then AMD launched Ryzen in 2017, and honestly, that completely changed the CPU market overnight. AMD suddenly started releasing processors with more cores and threads at lower prices compared to Intel. That became a massive deal because people were starting to use their computers differently. Gaming alone was no longer the only focus. Now people were gaming while streaming, editing videos, using Discord, browsing Chrome with dozens of tabs open, recording gameplay, and multitasking constantly. Ryzen processors were extremely good at handling those kinds of workloads, and suddenly Intel had real competition again. That competition ended up helping consumers more than anyone else, because once Ryzen became successful, Intel was forced to improve faster, lower prices in some categories, and take multi-core performance more seriously. Now both companies constantly compete every generation to outperform each other. So let's start with gaming, because this is usually the biggest reason people care about CPUs. If your main goal is maximizing gaming performance, Intel still performs extremely well. Intel processors became famous for strong single-core performance. In simple terms, that means individual CPU cores can process tasks very quickly. That matters because many games still rely heavily on fast, single-core speeds rather than simply having more cores. That's why Intel processors often perform really well in esports titles like Valorant, CS2, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, and Call of Duty. Competitive gamers especially care about maximizing FPS because smoother gameplay can improve responsiveness and reaction time. For years, Intel was basically considered the safe gaming choice. But Ryzen has improved massively over the years. Modern Ryzen processors are now incredible gaming CPUs too. In fact, some AMD processors actually outperform Intel in specific games thanks to technologies like 3DV cache, which gives Ryzen chips larger amounts of cache memory optimized specifically for gaming. And honestly, this is where the debate becomes less dramatic than people online make it seem. Because in real-world use, most gamers probably wouldn't notice a huge difference between similarly priced AMD and Intel systems. At this point, both companies offer excellent gaming performance. The difference usually comes down to pricing, optimization, and what games you actually play. Now let's talk about multitasking and productivity, because this is where AMD built a huge part of its reputation. If you edit videos, stream gameplay, render 3D projects, use Photoshop, code software, or constantly multitask, Ryzen processors tend to offer excellent value. That's because AMD focused heavily on giving users more cores and threads at competitive prices. More cores basically allow your PC to handle multiple heavy workloads simultaneously. So if you're the type of person who games while OBS records in the background, Discord stays open, Spotify is running, and Chrome somehow has 20 tabs active, Ryzen handles those situations really well. But Intel also improved a lot in this area. Modern Intel CPUs now use hybrid architectures that combine performance cores and efficiency cores. Performance cores handle demanding tasks, while efficiency cores focus on lighter background workloads. That helped Intel become much more competitive in productivity and multitasking too. So unlike years ago, this is no longer just Intel for gaming, AMD for work. The gap between both companies has become much smaller overall. So who should buy Intel? If your focus is competitive gaming, strong single-core performance, high FPS in esports titles, and broad software compatibility, Intel is still an excellent choice. A lot of gamers continue choosing Intel because of its long history in the gaming world. Modern Intel processors are fast, reliable, and extremely capable. But who should buy AMD? If you care more about multitasking, productivity workloads, streaming, content creation, efficiency, and value for money, AMD becomes incredibly attractive. That's why so many creators, editors, and power users prefer Ryzen processors. But here's the funny thing about this entire debate. Most people arguing online probably wouldn't even notice a major difference during normal everyday use. The competition has become so close that there really isn't a universally bad choice anymore. And honestly, consumers are the real winners here. Without Ryzen challenging Intel, CPUs probably wouldn't have evolved this quickly. Without Intel fighting back, AMD wouldn't keep improving aggressively either. That rivalry benefits everyone. At the end of the day, AMD versus Intel isn't really about good versus bad anymore. It's about priorities. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to acknowledge your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.